Aye, and once you're done in the kitchen, go and clean up the cellar. The spiders have made a nest down there. A big one, too. They're crawling everywhere. Master David, nice of you to grace us with...
I appreciate your patience.
I've had the staff prepare some of the finest Scottish delicacies for you. Black pudding. I shot the deer myself, in the local woods.
Mother was never a fan of dishes made from entrails. In this case, she'd be missing out.
That was delicious.
Thank you.
I'm sure our local specialities must seem peculiar to one.
I was raised in India. My spectrum of... a sign of modernity. Smoking a pipe. Lady... May I first apologize for my... straight...
Think nothing of it. You are obviously...
what kind...
Oh, he was magnificent.
Caring enough to knock a defenseless...
All was so very different.
I don't want to give her another reason to think me...
This may...
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, dear boy.
Have I ever been here before? Is it possible I...
Oh, no.
And I have a feeling you prefer it stayed that way.
The maid. She seemed...
Yes, well, she's a simple sort, that one. She is probably her...
Curse?
Just a peasant superstition. I would guess she was worried you'd show the same display...
I never knew my father.
Oh, this...
What? But how?
I'd rather not discuss it, David. And that maid should really keep her mouth shut and locate the...
I could give it to her, and she'd still never tell me anything useful about my father or the secrets of this place.
I shall tell...
Yes. Oh, and David, the master of the house needs to respect the privacy of those under his roof. Even your father...
A cabinet. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
I see. Never mind that.
Yes?
You've worked for the family.
Yes, master.
You served in...
Oh, indeed, sir. During the Boer...
Well,
In...
Miss Cran... Isn't that used for transporting cooked food?
Ugh, the wee scunner thought it would be funny to put one of his dead beasties in it to fear me. He should keep them in the cellar and...
Did you ever talk to my...
I was serving here when he...
Go on.
I didn't think it'd be proper, sir.
She's as scared of Margaret as she is... You said my father saw things.
I don't want to talk about it, sir.
I noticed the attic door is locked.
You'd best ask Angus, sir. I hardly go up there.
The mere mention of the attic terrified her. What is in there? I think you may have lost...
Oh, sir! Oh, thank you, sir. I only wanted to see how it looked in the mirror. I didn't mean to. I was scared to tell her ladyship.
What are you going to do now?
If I can sneak it into the salon, maybe her ladyship will think she...
From what I know about her, I very much doubt.
What happened to my...
I'm sorry, sir. You're not like the rest of them here. Oh,
She knows something, but how...
Would you like me to escort you to...
wouldn't be proper to ask the owner of the house to...
Well, I'm not the owner yet.
Very kind of...
Happy to help. I'll let you know when I'm ready to accompany you down there.
Talking to me makes her very nervous.
Shall we?
cruel of Mr. McKinnon to send her down here alone. Let's see what... Harsh as it may seem, a proper serving of fire is the... This is as close as I get. Otherwise, I'll have them crawling all... Not the most... A hunting map. Looks... Ooh, a lot of... Looks fresh.
Master Eddie's work. He and Mr. McKinnon put...
Eddie? Another family member. Not until we click... Harsh as it may seem, a prop... This is as close as I get. Otherwise... This is a... This... Raw spirit? No. The water of life. Step right up!
Sir? What are you... Oh my! Oh, that's amazing! Does that not hurt?
No, a little trick I learned in India.
Sorry, did that scare you, Elsa? I didn't think... Huh.
And you are?
Edward Mallory. You may call me Edward III. Welcome to my...
As terrible as the rest of them.
Pleased to meet you, Eddie. So, your parents would be...
Dead. Dead as doornails, the pair of them.
Lovely. You've lived here all your life, so you...
Only after he lost what marbles he had left. If it were up to me, I'd have locked him up in the loony bin a bit sooner.
Locked him up?
So what are you doing down here, anyway?
There's a line between honesty and rudeness that Cousin Eddie doesn't see.
I was helping...
Oh, why didn't you ask?
Excuse me, sir. Sirs.
Leaving so soon? Was it something... They all tend to act like that in the presence of nobility.
You said something.
I did? Oh.
Well?
Well, never you mind.
I'm getting very tired of everyone in this...
You're paid to work, not chat.
Sorry. Library after dinner.
At last. I might get some... A sign of... Definite. Let's see if my trusty key will... not like this. 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 I've never seen a key like this before. It feels like Father wanted me to keep it a secret. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. This'll make it easy. The boy. It must be. But I need to be sure. Perhaps the name's... My family. Yet they're all still strangers to me. Lady Margaret. She looks happy. I can't imagine her smiling like that these days. The boy. How did he provoke Edward into throwing him down the stairs? Grandfather Edward. Just as he looked last night. What's this? Looks like it's drawn in... blood? Regardless of what I told Miss Cranon, these visions are like... Lady Margaret?
Yes, David?
I saw an old photograph of a boy in the other room. Something tells me she wouldn't be happy if she knew I had it in my pocket.
Ah, that was taken in 1894. Young Johnny, your father.
You can remember the exact year.
It's a funny thing when you reach my age. You can remember dates from decades ago.
But not what you had for breakfast.
Maybe others can't.
Who, may I ask, were the others in the picture?
That would be your Aunt Clara and your late great-grandmother, the last true Countess of Scahandew House. And my dear Edward, of course.
I noticed my...
Falling from a tree, perhaps?
Can't recall. But you remember the date the photo... I shall take my leave.
Yes.
Finally, some fresh air.
Master Day.
You could...
Your footsteps.
Wow,
Aye, that it is, laddie. That it is. I hear better than most.
Father had a similar toolbox. When you talked about what they...
You shouldn't have come back. You canna go through what he...
So his hospital...
Not for me to say. Before you think of putting down...
No.
If you dinna mind...
I'll... I can see why Rory likes this place. This... sturdy enough for... Nobody left to mourn the dead. I've seen this before. In the painting. This is the grave. Who's buried? If I could just... Ah! I need something to... Locked with a padlock. Locked with a padlock. Rory's tools. A hammer, Rory's tools. You wouldn't have...
Ain't set a foot in there.
That'll... the graveyard.
Aye. No matter.
It's a shame we do not have the means to properly care for the graves.
Maybe.
The graves. I would like to tie...
Is that a...
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will ye?
Better. Cecilia Shaw Nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia. Another piece of the castle model. Another part of the model. And it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child? Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child? The place is crumbling. Being the chronicle of the family Gordon.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited. As for the locals, they appear The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, using their superior numbers. With them, they brought too their religion. It is said that 'tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scot. What is seldom told, our ancestors drew upon ancient. This aid did come at the greatest of costs. For the centuries, even as in time.
Some pages have been ripped out.
In blood, to the land, to the truth, I shall, lest I shall, to home, in blood, till the day.
What on earth? Where's the coal coming from? Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real. All this looks like the bottom of a lake. What are you trying to show me? She's... I feel like I've... There's a fresh wound. The figure up there... A note. I'm taking my baby with me.
Find my child! Are you all right?
Did you see her? She drowned.
Calm down, you're in shock. What were you doing clamoring about? Odd. That is just what you...
What?
My name is Dr. Leah Faber. I treated your...
Yes, son.
Let's get you back to the castle.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did...
But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and... Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No! No!
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door?
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you! I was too late! I was trying to help her, she...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father. Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. Your father was
So, what was my father like?
I didn't just lock him up. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was...
Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? I think what scared him was beyond the physical. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To get as far away as possible?
I believe so.
And yet, here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
I have other things to worry about right now. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, I need to find out what the maid knew. What Lady Margaret and Angus didn't want her to tell me.
You believe it got her killed?
Maybe. What I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. She must have drowned herself down at the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son... Angus will have the key.
What is it?
I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit.
Don't go.
Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste. Nobody in this house is particularly... Maybe once I found out what really happened to Father here, I can finally talk to...
We need to examine the maid's body
To find out...
to be sure she was murdered before.
I think I might have an idea how to get into...
If it involves this filthy dumbwaiter, don't even think about it.
I can't fit in there, and I see no other way into the cellar. You can trust me, and I will do my very best to learn to trust you.
All right then. Clothes can be washed. Lovely. Pull me back up! I need something to open the doors from the inside.
Rory's not one for cleaning. This should do it.
We need to examine...
To find out...
Going down.
Good luck.
See you in...
Dr. Farber. Is everything all right? Leah!
Oh, if anything's happened to her.
You needn't worry about me. I've been to stranger places than this castle. Follow me. Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And
Still, well beyond a maid's salary.
Oh, where's that sudden draft
Your
coming from?
stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe. Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Water.
They seem to be...
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary.
Oh, where's that sudden draft
Your
coming from?
Little doe.
Her neck...
Still...
Oh, where's that sudden draft coming from?
The missing pendant.
Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please. David, can you hear me? Mr. Gordon, are you with me? Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please. David, can you hear me?
He ripped a seam open.
Mr. Gordon, are you with me? Mr. Gordon?
You're stuck.
Speak to me, please.
We're all here, sir. All down in the dark. Something's coming.
What just happened? You look like you were in some kind of trance.
Perhaps the lack of sleep, or the visions that you think me insane.
You need to learn to trust me.
So you say, but I remember you locked my father up too.
Ugh, that's horrible.
You're not the one with your hand in it. French. I don't speak French.
I do. It says for Clara, forever yours. Who's Clara?
I don't know. Yet another relative, perhaps?
We should ask someone who's been around here for longer. How did you know it was there? The pendant, I mean.
If I told you...
A hunch. Eddie gave this to her. We should ask him to his face just what...
This isn't another ghost story, is it?
Look, you wouldn't...
What I do understand is that we cannot...
The scene really did...
It's labelled Mallory. Recognize that?
The necklace.
A young Eddie and...
I regret to inform you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While it was not possible to get his remains away, please accept the condolences of yours, Captain Arthur Jones.
Thank you for your last letter. My heart's so... I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine. That we... Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman. You see? The necklace was...
You're right. But how could you...
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw my... You see?
You're... But...
Cousin...
If you'd just like to wait out here, sir.
I need to speak with Eddie.
The young master and her ladyship are otherwise detained.
Fair enough. Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Ailsa.
You didn't know her!
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock! You're as deranged as your father was!
David, really? You go too far with this behaviour.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here in case they link Eddie with the crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie. You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she sent most of her money home to her grandmother.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt...
My little doe.
How? It was just harm...
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
It's true. Ailsa and I...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Mom.
I think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I don't think so. I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house.
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
I would never.
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you.
Impudent brats!
What's going on?
Did you notice when Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned... What was it?
Something about the garden, perhaps? We could ask Rory. Or is it about the attic? Oh, I wonder. Whatever...
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray. But there's...
Interesting.
Nobody in this house...
Oh, stunning. How curious. Come and look at this.